everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. All the products that I use today you can purchase from Stampin' Up at the address at the top of the screen, and it's linked below. My project today is a 3 by 2 by 2 box that opens up on a slant, just like that. Now, these have been all over the internet, and I finally figured out how to do it. I wanted to do it in one piece and then add DSP, but I figured it out, but it would have to be like this, and it's 12 inches. So the box would have to be much smaller, and I really didn't want to do that. So maybe someday I'll make a square one, and that'll probably be small enough. But as I showed you, it opens like this. There's two pieces, the DSP piece and the cardstock piece. So what you need for this box is a piece of basic white for stamping, a piece of Coastal Cabana for stamping also, and this circle from the Stylish Shapes dies that is about 1 3/4 inch. And we need two pieces to make the box. One piece of cardstock that is 7 by 6 and one piece of DSP. This is the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper. I also used the Glad We're Friends. This is the one I haven't used yet, the little guinea pig, which I love. And it says it's Guinea, be a great day. So I like that. Alrighty. I also use the glittered organdy ribbon, and this label for the is also from the Stylish Shapes dies for the sentiment. Alright, let me get my Simply Scored, and let's start with the cardstock. And we're going to start on the 7-inch side, and we're going to score at 2 and 5. Then we're going to turn it to the 6-inch side, and we're going to score at 2 and 4. Alright, and then we're going to do the cardstock, which is exactly the same. On the 7-inch side, we're going to score at 2 and 5. And on the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 2 and 4. Okay, and I'm going to fold and burnish. Okay, so for the cardstock, this is what we're going to do. All right, we're just going to cut the tabs and cut about 1/2 inch off the edge of the tabs and leave these middle ones straight. Alright, so we're going to start with it like this, with the 6-inch side on the top and the bottom. And we're going to start over on the left. We're going to go over to the first score line and cut it straight to the first score line. Other side of this square in the middle, cut it straight to the first score line. And then we're going to wedge a little bit off of each side of the square and cut about 1/2 inch off the bottom. And the same on this side. Okay, and then we're going to turn it 180, and we're going to do the same thing. Cut it straight to the first score line, and then wedge each side of the square and cut off about 1/2 inch. And then to the other side of the square, cut it straight to the first score line and wedge a little off each side and cut about 1/2 inch off the bottom. Alright, So this is what your cardstock piece should look like after you've done scoring it and cutting it. Okay, now for the cardstock. Okay, again with the 6-inch side on the top and the bottom. And this is what we're going to do. It almost looks like a rocket ship. Alrighty. Okay, so the bottom part is the same. We're going to start on the bottom left and cut up to the first score line and wedge each side and cut about ½ an inch off. Okay, go to the other side of the square, cut it to the first score line, wedge each side of the square, and cut about ½ an inch off the bottom. Okie dokie. Now we're going to turn it 180. And what we're going to do, alright, is we're going to work on the left-hand side first. So we're going to go to the first score line and cut it straight to the first score line. And then what we want to do, if you can see, you finished cutting right here. We're going to cut a straight line, well, a diagonal actually, but from this corner over to this corner. And if you want to, you could use a pencil, line it up and put a mark, but I'm just going to cut it. So I'm going to put my scissors at the point and point it at this side right up here, and then I'm just going to cut it over to there. There we go. And this is what's left over scrap. Okay, move to the other side of this square, cut it straight to that same score line point here, and then we're going to match this spot here over to the edge of the rectangle on the other side. Okay, and again, of course, you can draw a line first if you want to, but I'm just going to cut it right over. Okay, and that's it. That's what your DSP should look like after you've done scoring it and cutting it. Okay, now we're going to make the bottom of the box first, and what we're going to do is we're going to get some tear and tape, and I'm going to put it close to the edge and one close to the score line on all 4 tabs. Alrighty. Now on this we're only going to put one side together right away. Okay, so we're going to take the backings off of one side. Okay, and what we're going to do is match the score line with the side of the square next to it on each side. Okay, and it doesn't matter which side you start on because they're the same. Alright, now let's move to our DSP. Alright, now first what we're going to do is put some tear and tape on these 2 tabs here, one close to the score line and one close to the edge. Okay, now take the backings off. Okay, and we're going to take on the tab the score line and make it straight with the side of the square next to it on both sides. Okay, and this is going to be the top of our box. Now, what you can do is put these together, the whole box together, and then put this on the back if you want to. But then it's going to be colored on the back. I don't know if you want it to be completely one side DSP and one side cardstock. So what we're going to do is take a tiny trim off of this piece that's hanging out. Okay. And I probably should have used DSP on this, but it's okay. We're going to take the backings off of this. Okay. And you want to make sure that this is pretty straight. So I'm just looking at the sides and making sure it's pretty much in a straight line. That's why it's probably better on this part to use glue. Let's see if that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good, but I don't want that down. Okay, so connect the two. Best to put glue because you can use it a little bit. You can move it around a little bit. Then we're going to put the front on the box, push down on the DSP onto those two tabs, and then I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue. And I see a little piece of score line left on here. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue and close it. And then you have exactly half and half. Okay, and it's going to open just like that. And it closes pretty easily. It's not anything that keeps it really from closing. I just want to put it like this for a minute so it finishes drying. Okie dokie. Now while that's drying, let's do our stamping. So this we're not going to stamp on. This is from Stylish Shapes. It's 1 3/4 inch out of Coastal Cabana. And then this is our Coastal Cabana piece. We're going to put the sentiment on, and then this die from the Stylish Shapes dies, we're going to put the sentiment towards the right and then cut it out. All right. And on here, we're going to stamp our little guinea pig. So we need our Tuxedo Black Ink and our guinea pig. And make sure that you have enough room around the guinea pig. All right, now we'll do the sentiment. It's going to be, Guinea, be a great day. And we're going to put this towards the right, but not all the way over so that we have room for the die. Great. Okay. So I'm going to take this die from Stylish Shapes dies, and I'm going to put the sentiment towards the right. And then I'm just going to take a piece of low tack tape, and then I'm going to die cut that. And now for the guinea pig, this is a scallop circle from the Layering Circle dies. And it's about 1.5. All right, so we're going to just center the guinea pig in there and put some tape on that. And I'll cut these and I'll be right back. Okay, and there's our pieces. Now we're going to do a little bit of coloring. It's pretty quick and easy. I'm going to start with light and dark soft suede. We want the dark first. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark right here at the bottom. And maybe a little bit above the little knees there. All right. And I'm going to leave the entire middle alone. And I'm going to take the light and I'm just going to fill in the rest of the outer sections of the guinea pig. Except for the ears. We don't want to do the ears. Okay, I did the top of the ears, but inside the ears we're going to use light petal pink. Maybe just a little dot next to the nose, under the nose, little nose pieces there. All right, and then for a little bit of shadow, I'm just going to go around the whole image with Light Pool Party. Okay, and that's it for coloring. He's pretty easy, or she. Alrighty. Now, inside here I have 2 packs of M&Ms, but it's pretty spacious inside for whatever treats or gifts you want to put in there. Alright, make sure it's on the right side here. Okay, so what we're going to do with the guinea pig is I'm just going to glue this scallop circle with the image right inside the dotted circle. That is, I want to say Cabana, and it's not. Coastal Cabana. Okay, a little Barry Manilow there. All right, and then I'm just going to glue this about a 1/4 inch from the right hand side and just center it up and down. Oops. You could use tear and tape too, or stamp and seal if you don't want to glue it on the top. Okay. And then we're going to get our glittered organdy ribbon, and I'm going to put it around the left side. You could also tie it this way if you wanted to and put a bow at the end, but I'm going to do around the left side this time. Okay. And I'm just going to tie a bow. There we go. I'm going to make it a bunch smaller than that. That's good. Maybe a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to clip off the ends. You want to leave them a little bit long because if they want to untie it, give them a little bit of leeway so that they can get it around and tied nicely. All right, and we're going to move this over a bit, about 1/8 of an inch to the close to the left-hand side, and then we're going to get some dimensionals. I'm going to move the bow up over here, kind of on the corner or just on the top, on the side, sorry. All right, and then I'm going to put 2 dimensionals right on the top and bottom. And we're going to put it just to the right of the sentiment. Oh, I should have made this over a little bit more. There we go. You should probably make this only about 1/8 of an inch from the side. 1/4 inch is too much. I probably did it a little longer. I did 3/8, yeah, instead of a 1/4 inch. But it'll be moved down like this one. Okay. And then after you get your guy down, you can move your ribbon underneath and down on top again. Okay. And then for the final touch, I'm going to use some of the Fun Flower resin shapes. And I'm going to put the yellow ones, which are crushed curry. I'm going to put a little one in the little guinea pig's hair. I'm going to put a bigger one right on the top of the sentiment there. And then I'll put another little one down there. So there's 3. Okay. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, my email is below. The link to order from Stampin' Up! From me is below. And my blog, which has all the information of the measurements and it has pictures of the templates. All right, I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.